Hi, my name is Tanya and welcome to my small backyard vegetable garden here in central Victoria. We have a storm brewing. It is meant to hit tomorrow and I have a few things that I would like to get out and get planted just in case we get a good soaking rain. And I really want to get on and get these tomatoes potted up while we have a few cooler days so that they can recuperate in the shade with some cooler weather. I picked up these beautiful foxglove seedlings, 2 punnets of white and 1 of the foxy, which is the coloured and the shorter in height, and these potted colour from Mitre 10, and I am very keen to get them in along the fence just here beside this table. I have planted in there before and I think these campanula might go in there also. Just a bit more colour along there, and what spurred me in getting these white foxgloves was this white foxglove right at the end of my veranda. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I've potted up 3 old coppers with some lettuces and spinach. The rest of my spinach will soon go to seed. It is in a warmer spot and this gets bright shade most of the day here, so I'm hoping that they won't bolt to seed. It is along here that I am trying to keep adding lots of little plants just to fill in the space. And I think a few more foxglove along there plus those little pots of colour will just finish it off. I've been busy in the veggie garden. I have pulled out all the peas, much to Hunter's disgust. They were finished with that hot weather we've had in the last couple of days. I've also pulled out the purple sprouting broccoli here, the 3 plants. I had picked it clean. It has been fantastic. I have ate it day after day, and I do have another couple of plants, the 50-cent markdown ones up the other end, which is a cooler spot, so I'm hoping to get a few more pickings from it. The cauliflowers are looking great, but most of everything else is going to seed, sadly. So many beetroot, they're just starting to bulb up nicely and they are running to seed. I've got 1 cabbage left. This must be a more heat tolerant spinach this here. I'm not quite sure what variety it is, but it has been fantastic. The everlasting daisy are looking really good. The echinacea has finally come up. I am so happy. I was happy when only 1 sprouted, but there is multiple, so I'm even happier. This taller calendula and the romas have come back after their hit with frost, and the tray of marigolds were getting eaten off even with snail bait on them, so I have moved them up to my gas hot water tank. The hot biscuit amaranthus is so many. There is so many in that little seed snail. The sweet peas are flowering and Mrs. Possum is getting down to have a look at those. She's knocking down their trellisy sticks. And the blood orange is in full bud. There is so many flowers and so much new growth. I was happy to see that the lemon verbena is pushing out new growth, and I must get more perennial cuttings in that pot. The imperial blue potatoes that I put the net up for to extend the growing height has just got out of control. They have been going crazy. I have not been able to keep up with the topping up of the soil. And some of the capsicums are coming back. I'm going to do a cleanup along here in these tubs in the next couple of weeks. I've got some new plants to put in. I'm going to sort out the plants that I have there. I think I will be leaving them to grow in those tubs. Sadly, a lot of these carrots have gone to seed, so they will be all coming out. On the bright side, I will have room for more tomatoes. These beetroot down here in garden bed 3 are also going to seed. I have not seen the parsnips going to seed, so I have my fingers crossed that they are not going to. The celeriac is going to seed. It's just one thing after another. And the tender crisp celery is also going to seed. I'm looking forward to picking this purple kohlrabi and giving it a try. And I have some chard down here that is going to seed. I will not be pulling that out though. The beautiful colors, they're so soft, the colors in this lot. The crookneck garlic is looking good. I think I'm going to get a bit of wool mulch around all of these. The elephant garlic, it's pretty disappointing. The onions, these are the red banana shallots. And the potato onions, I'm not quite sure what is wrong with this one, but it's been pretty disappointing. The kale, which I knew was going to go to seed, still looking pretty though. And broad beans. The raspberries are ready to burst. The flower is going to be absolutely everywhere for these, and some of these are so tall, they're taller than the shed. I'm not sure how I'm going to get to the broad beans that are planted in there, but before I get on and do the tomatoes, I'm just going to plant out these seedlings so that if we do, fingers crossed, get some rain, they will get a water in. I've got a soaking hose running through this garden bed and I have had that on, I think it was yesterday, so I am planting into where I know that it is going to get a good amount of moisture. That's where I'm putting all the foxgloves along that line so that I know that they're going to get a good drink when I do put the soaking hose on. These are so pretty, the colors. And a bit of texture and darker foliage with the sedum. And a quick clean up to get the dirt off the top brick and a water in. Those white foxgloves are so pretty. I love the colored ones, the foxy, but that white one is just gorgeous. Just seal them in with a little bit of water and have my fingers crossed for a decent amount of rain. This is the salvia that I took from a cutting that was in the pot over at the potting bench. And all the rhubarb has taken off, looking pretty happy. I have only been taking off the leaves that are looking a little wilty down at the base and allowing everything else to grow on. This geranium cutting has taken off, it's doing really good, and we've picked the first strawberry. The lemon balm is looking lush. But let's get on and get some tomatoes potted on. The mozzies are so bad, it's quite a warm night and I'm going to be hurrying to get this done so I am not out with them. This is the kind of job when you think about it, you just go, oh, I can't be bothered. But once you start, it's quite a nice relaxing job, just getting them in the pots, working through them all. I am going to have far too many tomatoes, and I thank you for your suggestions on what I should do with my excess. And of course, now that I will have a bit more room in the garden bed, seeing most things have gone to seed, I will be able to plant a few more, but I will definitely have far too many. So I will be donating some to the school, our local primary school, and definitely passing them off to anyone and everyone who would like some tomato seedlings. It is very difficult to sow 3 seeds for tomatoes. I think they are one of the most exciting things to sow. All the different varieties that you can buy seeds for, even just getting a punnet and potting them up so that you can grow them on a bit before you get them in the garden. So I've just potted up the Tasmanian chocolate, which was one of our favorites. Picked one fruit off it that weighed nearly a kilo, and I love that it matured and fruited, and then I was able to remove the 3 bushes that I had and get on and plant the broccoli bambino. So it made room for them, which was very good timing. I'm now potting on some chocolate cherry tomato seedlings. These were huge plants last summer. I think I pruned down low and just let them go up a growing frame. I just let it go to the top of that, and it ended up growing over across the arch where I had beans growing. I have moved my bean arch along. I think I had mentioned me wanting to do that. Just makes it easier to get around behind it and use up that space. Look at the mozzies, they are going crazy. I am happy to be finished up this and get inside.